doing out there? Hi, Miss Terrellee. How's it going?
It is going good.
Yeah?
Yes.
You've been busy today.
We have been busy today.
What kind of things are you working on right now over at the warehouse?
Well, we are working on the Kimberbell
Yes.
July.
Kimberbell Day.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kimberbell Days.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
So, for
And
those of you wondering about
DDEs.
kits, we've got them. They're
Yes.
coming.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
And DDEs.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course, comments hold.
Too much fun. Well,
Yeah.
welcome Kathy, who's watching from her hotel room in Oklahoma City.
Oh, last
Her
day of vacation.
Oh, you know, Kathy, you're going to need a vacation from your vacation when you get back, right?
That is the truth.
Well, welcome Jackie, too.
Hey, hello,
Jackie's
everyone.
hanging out with us
I was like
today.
going,
It's a party.
It is a party. So excited to be here.
Oh, definitely. Barbara's joining us from Texas. And Cheryl, happy birthday, my friend.
Yes, happy birthday,
Oh, my
Cheryl.
goodness. Happy birthday. Today's your special day. Hey,
I love it.
I didn't know that
You know-
one.
happy birthday.
Today's your
No,
your
no.
special day?
No, yeah, today's your special day. Hey, happy birthday. May all your dreams come true.
That one must be a Disney theme. Is that a
Man,
Disney theme?
I don't know. I've never heard
Okay,
that
I
one.
haven't heard that one.
Jeez, you guys.
I just know
Sorry.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Or Happy
Happy birthday, babe.
oh, there you go. All right, Cheryl, look, you just got
love it.
serenaded from
Yeah.
all three of us. I
you
mean,
go.
could your day get any better?
Well,
right?
I said, who needs to go
I don't
on?
know.
We'll just find different renditions of
Yeah,
happy birthday.
everyone's
Cheryl, are you
just
still
like,
there?
Oh, yeah, Cheryl, you're still there.
Better stop right now.
Exactly. Welcome, everyone, to Three Things at 3. We're so excited to be here on the last day this week that we wrap up Three Things at 3.
Yes.
Thursdays, it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Because we're so used to, well, eons ago,
Yes.
right? We did Fridays.
Well, I'm still on
no
Wednesday
longer.
mode.
Exactly.
So it really makes it going to be a long day.
That's right.
tomorrow.
Exactly. But you are watching Three Things at 3. You are in the right place, where theme number 1 is something to smile about. Theme number 2 is a daily how-to. Theme number 3 is a daily discovery. Let's go. All right, too much fun. So if you've been with us all this week, we've been talking about gardening and quilting, what they have in common. A lot of things are different too, but we hope you've enjoyed this week's shows because it's been a lot of fun for us to be able to kind of get our hands dirty, if you will, just a little bit as we talk about gardening. But, you know, sometimes I know that not all of us absolutely love to be outside in the garden. I'm sitting amongst two of them right here. They're like,
we're in good company,
not
though.
for me. We are in good
Yeah.
company, yes. So I think, Jackie, it's time for you to bring us a smile today.
Oh, yes. I have to just do a little precursor.
Okay.
Because I really tried doing gardening. I
Yeah.
really did. It didn't work out so well. But because there are a couple things.
Yeah.
And you'll see why in just a minute.
Okay.
So let's look at the first one.
All right.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're a great gardener. That plant really should have tried harder. Because
You know, Mark's been telling us all it needs is love. So, Jackie,
I loved my plants.
really,
they
did you
still
love them
died.
enough to feed them, to
I did.
water them,
Oh.
I did.
to talk nicely to them?
I did all of that. I even sang to
Well,
them.
Wow.
Oh.
Well,
So
that might be
it's
the
just-
culprit.
Stunner
one of those,
in.
Yeah.
it's just one of those things that,
Okay.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? I totally get it. I completely understand.
And I'm sure it could have been the soil and all of that other stuff. But
Yeah.
anyway, I did try.
Okay.
And another reason why I really have a hard time with gardening.
Okay. Oh boy.
You'll
What are
see
we going to
you'll
see here?
the next one here. Okay, let's go to the next one. You have to look. It's really hard to see. That's right. No huffing or puffing for 30 minutes on a treadmill. We've developed a new stress test that's faster and more accurate. So look at what is going to be falling down on her.
What
Can
is
you see
it?
what it is? It's a bag of spiders.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
So
yeah,
there-
that's
okay.
no
I'm
bueno. Yeah.
so there is the other reason why that I have a hard time with gardening is the spiders, because I'm so afraid of spiders.
That's true.
And of one crawling on me or something, that just freaks me out.
That's where I have to wear gloves, and then it's
Yeah,
fine,
even
right?
gloves, I'm
it
just-
still bothered you, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
So,
yeah. I mean,
oh well.
Janice wants to know if you danced with them,
Oh.
maybe they would live.
You know what? I haven't tried that. Maybe I should.
Staying alive. Staying
Yeah.
alive.
Oh, I totally. Okay, that's great.
Great advice.
Great advice.
I love
Try it
that.
on your neighbor's
But it
garden.
won't. But it won't.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'll try it on my
But
house plant.
You were telling me earlier. You were telling me earlier that both of your neighbors on both sides, like, have the most amazing gardens,
well,
right?
And talk about like pressure.
Yeah, right.
So I'm afraid if I did something,
you couldn't keep
I
up.
couldn't. Yeah, it's
Well-
all about keeping up with the Joneses,
Yeah.
right?
the gardens.
Or the garden.
Well,
So-
yeah, I get that. I totally get that. But you're probably fortunate enough to have neighbors who
Oh, yes.
actually, extend the plethora of zucchini and squash and all those things that just
Yes.
kind of
Yep.
just come
Yes,
out.
we're very blessed that way, because both my parents and my husband's parents and everyone around us, that's definitely we've been helped that
Oh,
way.
that's too
Nice.
fun.
So-
Too fun. All right. Well, I think there's probably a lot of us who can completely relate to that feeling, Jackie. So just keeping it real,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yep.
All right, friends. Well, if you've been with us all this week, you know that we have had the pleasure of interviewing local garden expert Mark Anderson. And it was so much fun for Kyle and I to go out to Anderson Seed and just kind of pick his brain. And the fun part about this was we actually had the opportunity to ask you what questions you had, and then we turned to him and asked him the questions, and he gave us all the answers. So if you haven't been able to be with us this week, I encourage you to go back and watch the previous segments, because it's been filled with a lot of really good information. And maybe you might give that garden a second
Maybe,
try.
maybe.
Maybe. There's always hope, right?
Yes, there is always hope.
All right, so let's end this week with, let's take a look at our interview with Mark.
Here's an interesting question from William. He asked, what is the worst thing that will do the most harm to your garden that seems like something everyone does?
That's a great question. There are things that people put into their gardens that they think are really beneficial, and sometimes in the wrong quantity are not beneficial. And so we'll see people, like every spring I'll have somebody come in and they're like, last fall I put composted steer manure all over my entire garden.
Yeah.
And I put like 6 inches out there and I tilled it all in, and my garden's gonna be like amazing this year. It's gonna be like so good. 'cause I
Burned
put it-
everything?
And it burns everything up. Yeah. And so if it's not really well composted and broken down and not in that volume, that's like too much. The key to like really building your soil up is to add organic matter every year, but you want to use like 3 or 4 or 5 different things that add up to maybe 2 or 3 or 4 inches, but not too much of any one thing. So adding too much of one thing can cause problems, because if you get like a compost that's just like high in wood, like if it's like been like lots of shredded wood and branches or wood shavings, it's really high in carbon, and that will pull all the nitrogen out of your soil so your plants don't grow. So the other customer that comes in, they're like, oh, I went and I got all this compost, and it's going to be so great. My garden's going to be awesome. I put 6 inches out there, and then nothing grows because it's, it'll get this tall and it just stops growing. So the key is to use a variety of different materials and do that every year. In the fall is the best time to work that into your soil, but you want to use some grass clippings, use some leaves, use some straw, use a little bit of compost. You want to use a lot of different things. Wood shavings or sawdust are fine, but you got to balance them with some other things so that no one thing is dominant in the organic matter that you're putting into your garden. And then you always want to add some humate to help decompose that, and some nitrogen to break that down. And so in the fall, I do like 3 or 4 or 5 inches of different stuff, but maybe a ½ inch to an inch of each one.
Oh, okay.
And then I put nitrogen on it, I put some humate on it, and then we till that in. And then in the spring, it's all broken down. It's like amazing.
Wow.
So you put too much of one thing on, you can really mess your soil up for a couple of years.
So we really have to work on building our soil.
Every single year, you want to add something in.
So when my garden is done in the fall or July,
Right.
when I'm tired of it, should I leave all those dead plants in the garden area?
You can work those dead plants right back in. I've got gardeners that take their corn stalks and they shred them right there in their garden, and they spread it out on their garden, and then work that back
I've
in.
never thought of this.
Yeah. But there's certain plants that we like to get rid of. So I never leave my tomato plants out there, because they can pick up diseases through the summertime
put in.
that you will put right back into your soil. So we'll get rid of the tomato plants, but most everything else we'll compost and put right back in the soil.
Wow. Okay. Are
Yeah.
you just, it's your head about
Learning so many things today.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, we are like covering lots of different things. This has been so fascinating to me. Obviously, there's a lot we need to learn.
And I was thinking, as we're standing here, I'm like, oh, this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
But it's enjoyable work.
It's enjoyable, but you
Yeah.
don't have to plant a whole field.
No. And what we try and teach people is, like, don't garden the way your parents made you garden when you were a kid. Because it's like every Saturday you go out in the garden, it's like, oh, I want to go play with my friends, I want to go play baseball. And it's like, no, we're going to work in the garden,
For
and
5
we're going to
hours.
work until it's done, and it would take like 4 or 5 hours. We pulled all the weeds. And then throughout the week, people don't do anything in their garden. And then Saturday rolls around and you got to do it all over again. Yeah. And so I didn't.
You're doing more. How did you do it with your kids?
I didn't grow up doing it that way. We do a little bit every night. And so we do a little bit on Monday night, we do a little bit on Tuesday, we do a little bit like throughout the week. And then Saturday would roll around and all the work would be done already. So I'd call my friends and I go, let's go play ball. And they're like,
We have to
oh,
weed.
I got to work in my garden. It's like, I got to work in the garden, and so, if you do a little bit every day, all of a sudden Saturday rolls around and you're like, oh, let's go play. All the work's done. And so I'll spend 20 minutes or half an hour every night after work.
Doesn't have to be hours.
The sun's not down, but it's like, it's cooler, it's like shady, and it's just like, oh, this is so nice. And I'll go out and I'll pull some weeds and I'll turn the water on over here and I'll fertilize this. And it's like, oh, this was so nice to just get outside, and then it's like, you do that a little bit every single day, and there's no hard work. It's just like enjoyable.
And you get to look at all your plants and how they're doing.
It's good exercise. It's good for your mentality.
Mental health is.
It's really good for your mentality. And then you get outside, you get some fresh air. You just get in, and you get your hands in the dirt.
Yeah.
People that stick their fingers in the dirt and grow things are just good, honest, hardworking people.
I would agree.
That's just
I'm
the
going
way
to put
it
my
is.
fingers in here now.
Oh my goodness! Thank you so much.
You're so
Kris.
welcome.
This is
You're welcome.
Really,
This got me
really a
excited.
fascinating conversation. I mean, this is something that we could do a full series on, right?
Yeah.
The good news is you have a YouTube channel, don't you?
We do. And we're constantly doing videos and adding them. We try and keep them to like 5 to 8 minutes or so, not too long. But we've taught people how to plant their plants, how to take care of their problems. I mean, here at Anderson's, of course, we sell lots of products, but what our customers really come in for is because we help them find solutions to their problems. And so that's what we do. We spend time. We'll spend 5 minutes with you. I'll hold your hand even if necessary and say, it's okay. I'm sorry, your plants are going to be all right. It's okay. But this is what you need to do.
I'm sure
And
we're here all the stuff.
Oh, all the time. And this is the product that you need, and this is how you're going to use it. We'll just like walk you through that whole process so that you can be successful in your garden instead of going, I don't know what to do. This is so frustrating. It's so much work. You know, why am I doing this? We want it to be enjoyable, and we want it to be de-stressful, you know, and we want it to be just a fun experience for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's kind of like making a quilt, right? It's the same kind of process
It
that
is.
we go through. And we, people experience frustration and disappointment and
As-
trying to get better and trying to learn. Same kind of idea.
Yeah.
He was talking about having to weed. I'm like, that's like unpicking.
It's unpicking, yeah, unpicking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you care
Sometimes
enough
it
to make
has
it
to be
right.
done.
Yeah.
It has to be done.
Exactly. All right, friends. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short little episode with Mark Anderson, and you can find more information on his YouTube channel. Check him out because he is a plethora of knowledge, as
yeah.
you know, as
Yeah.
you've seen right here. And we are so lucky to have him right in our very own backyard here in Logan, Utah. So, all right, back to the studio.
Wow.
That
wow.
looked like fun.
You know what? It really was. And boy, there's nothing like the smell of a garden center, too.
Yeah.
You know, that was so fun. Jackie, what do you think about it all?
I got a little inspired. I might
What?
just,
Yeah, okay.
just
all
by
right.
that small little thing. Maybe I'll try it.
I'll have
Maybe
to watch
give it
his
another
YouTube.
try.
Yeah, I think it would be
Definitely.
good.
Okay, so all this week we've been talking about the parallels, and we kind of focused a little bit more on it on Monday. And now that the week is over, I'd love to hear from you. Type in the comments, what do you think are the parallels between the things we learned from Mark this week and the things that we're doing at home, even with our quilting? What are some thoughts you guys have?
Well, I loved it when he said that, the mental health part
Yes,
of it.
definitely.
I think we can all relate to that.
Yep.
That I know when I'm stressed, or if I go into my sewing room and even just sew a line or
Sure,
something, or
right.
use my sewing
Something.
machine, or hear the sound of my machine,
Yeah.
then it completely changes my outlook and
Yes.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
And I can relate to the unpicking.
The unpicking and the weeding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. Let's see.
That is mine.
Still stuck in the ditch, as William said. And they're both acts of love and
Oh, I love
caring. I
that.
love that, Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry, that's an excellent point. And Andrea said
tools. I
we
love
need the
that.
correct tools to create our vision,
Yes. Yeah.
both with quilting and gardening. That is
definitely.
so true, because he shared with us lots of different ways to do it and go about doing it, and same kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love, Jerry, you're right, do a little at a time. That's a big deal, because
Yes.
sometimes we get a little overwhelmed with that big project.
Absolutely.
And if you just think of it of like small chunks at a time, rather than waiting till the last minute and going, oh my goodness, I had that baby shower, that's tomorrow. It's like, you know what, if you just give yourself time, then you might actually enjoy the process a little
Right.
bit more, right?
Well, and you don't have to know everything all at once
Yes.
either. It's a complete learning experience. So it's like I'm still learning, and I've been quilting
Same.
for a long time. I think we all feel that way.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that definitely.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's something also that hit home to me was when he talked about how, they offer lots of, solutions to people's problems, right? And you go to someone like that because you know that they have made those same mistakes before, that they've had the experience with what they're doing. And I hope that people feel that same way about us. That if you have questions and things that you want to learn more about, I hope you'll feel like you can turn to the girlfriends. And we may not have all the answers, but what we do have is a community of people who know the answers, and that's where we can all help each other out and become our own experts in our own ways, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So, well, thank you, Mark Anderson, for spending time with us this week. It's been so enjoyable. And now we get to head over to the sewing machine because I'm really excited about today's project. Jacki and Terrellee have a darling garden flag to share with you today. This is done on the sewing machine. You're also finishing it off with a serger. Now, if you don't have a serger, you've got an alternate idea, right?
Yep, I do.
But this is going to be a really super cute project with a watermelon theme. And so let's go ahead and send these two over to the sewing table. Then they'll join me back right here for theme number 3 in just a moment.
Here we
Okay.
are. Oh, this is so exciting. I've been looking forward to this for a month at least.
We've talked about this,
Yes, we
and
have.
Jackie's done it.
We have played and we've come up with some really fun ideas. So I wanted to show you, this was our idea. It was a joint effort. So look how cute this is. Isn't that adorable?
It's fun. I love watermelons.
Yes,
so
I know.
And I think it's very cute. And I love the ribbon.
Yeah, it's really cute. So we're going to kind of give you some step outs of what we're going to, how this comes together. I'm not sure how, I don't want that to fall down. So today I'm going to walk you through, and if you notice the watermelon on the front, it looks very familiar. For those of you that purchase the kitchen kits, the monthly kitchen kit, it's the same watermelon.
Yep, we did
that we
reinvent
used
the
for
wheel.
that. So I thought that I would show you how that I put that together, and then as we talk, we'll talk some other ideas, because I found that garden flags can be very personal. Everyone has a different spin on it, which we'll talk about
Yes.
too, because Terrellee did it as well, and she did a couple of really fun, different ideas as well.
Yep.
So to first start off with, I'm going to show you how I did the watermelon applique on the front. So I did it with sewing it the way the pattern was written with the kitchen kits. And so in the pattern it gives you the wedges on your template. So you have 3 different wedges here. There's a 1, 2, and a 3. And then you're wondering, well, there are 6 wedges, but I will tell you how you cut those out. So you first are going to do a strip set. You're going to do a 6.5 inch by 2.5 inch piece of fabric. I'll show you how this one's cut up, but of red, and then a 2.5 inch piece of your green for your rind. And you'll do 3 sets of this, because you'll be able to cut out 2 wedges out of each strip set.
Yes.
Okay. The first thing that I did, I printed the template out on paper. You could put this on cardstock. You could use something heavier, but I just used regular copy paper, and it worked out just fine. And there were a couple tricks. There is an update to the pattern from the kitchen kits, so make sure that you get that update. This pattern will be. Is the kitchen kits going to be on update? Do we know?
I am not sure on that one.
If they purchased one, they should have an update.
Yes, they should have an update.
Okay, so if you purchase the kitchen kit, make sure that you get the update before you start.
It'll make your life a
Yes,
lot easier.
it will. It definitely will. So I've got my strip sets and I've got my templates. So the first time you're going to have to kind of decide where you want to place your colors. You could use 6 different reds and 6 different greens if
Yes.
you wanted.
Yeah, you could. Very scrappy.
And do it very scrappy, or we did it with just 3 different fabrics. So
Yes.
3 reds and 3 greens. So on the strip set, you're going to cut 1 of each with the pattern, with the template, with the right side. Then you're going to cut 3, and you're going to turn it upside down and cut 3 wedges with them all laying with right sides down. Okay, does that make sense? And when I sewed my strip sets together, I actually ironed my seams open, because then it didn't have the bulk, and it really made it easy to
Yes.
cut out. So I'm just going to show you how I did how I've already cut my pieces, but I'm just going to cut the last little wedge on the end. And I'm going to line up, let me turn it this way, I'm going to line up my black line on my seam line, okay, right in between. And I actually put a piece of double stick tape on my template to hold it into place.
Oh, that's smart.
Okay, so I just laid that on top of there, making sure that my black line is right along my sewn line there. And then I used my rotary cutter and my rotary tool, and I also love using this rotating mat.
I love the rotating
Yes.
mats.
So what I did, I just lined it up. Okay, I cut that off, and then all I have to do is turn it around. And I'm going to cut it this way. So then now all I have to do is cut that tip off, spin that around, and I'm going to just freehand this along the edge with, and for me this was so much easier. You could do it with scissors if you wanted to, but I did it with a rotary blade and it seemed to work out really nice. And then I take it off and then I'm ready to sew my wedges together. So now I've got all my wedges cut and ready to go. I'm going to put this down here so that we can see what we're doing. And in the pattern this is a really important thing when you're laying this out. I always lay it all out before I start sewing, because I've done this a couple times and I ended up not getting it in the right. I really had a rough time. So I strongly suggest that you lay all your pieces out that you are going to put together. Because this is where you get, see, even then, it's almost like a puzzle. You lay all your pieces out. That one goes here. You can see how you could become really.
Oh, yes. I had to cut
This
out
one had to go
extra.
this way. So see? So that's why it's so important to lay them all out before you start sewing. That will in itself will save a big headache.
Yes.
Okay? So once you've got all of them cut out, I actually started sewing the way that I thought that worked out the best. Is I sewed the two outer wedges together, and then I sewed the two inner wedges together. And then I took and sewed these two
Oh, yes.
together.
Yep.
And that seemed to work out really, really good. I wasn't really concerned about my rind matchy, because there are other ways of working around that. If you're not happy with it, you can put rickrack, you can doll this up. That's what's so fun about this whole project, is you get to be creative and do things how you want. So once I have sewn them together, I'll kind of show you. This is how I sewed them together. And I pressed all of my seams open, and it worked out really nice.
Jackie, that
So-
looks amazing.
So it worked out it worked out great. Now from here, you could just put some adhesive on the back. You could even spray it with 505 to hold it down onto your flag. But I've talked about this on another 3 at 3, where you can actually you can put a stabilizer. So I've sewn a stabilizer, just a cutaway mesh, all the way around. I've clipped my corners and my curve, and then on the other side, this is where the stabilizer is. You want to make sure that you don't cut your project. I'm just going to cut a slit in here, and now I'm going to turn it. This will take away raw edges. If you don't like the raw edges showing. But do you want to tell them a little bit? I will show. We are sewing on the Baby Lock Soprano.
Yes.
And we are also going to show you the new 55th anniversary serger later. So I'm going to take my R&K turning tool, and I will just
I'm over here looking
Yes.
at the serger with envy.
yes. So then after I've done that, I will press it. I will press it really, really good, and then I will go ahead and we can start decorating the front of our our banner. See, look how cute that is. So with mine, I just took it and I just appliqued. I actually did a blanket stitch.
Yes.
And blanket stitched this on the front of it, and it worked out. It worked out really good. So I will show you. This is how I did it with black thread. Of course, you'll put your watermelon seeds with just a fusible adhesive, and you could even do glitter because you did glitter.
I did do glitter.
I wanted to show you. This is just one way you could do it. I want to show you what Terrellee did because I think
So I
she-
changed mine a little
Yeah,
bit.
tell us a little bit about how you did yours.
So I did the watermelon, but I did not turn it. I used the rotary cutting pinking shears and did raw edge around it. I did add the white
The white's really cute.
and then did pinking on all of it and then just sewed the sections on. And then I cheated on the Hello Summer. There was enough of the glitter that I was able to cut my seeds and just press those on.
That's so cute. I love the glitter. And
I did a decorative stitch on the bottom and the top on the tabs.
it's so cute. I love it.
Yeah.
So see, there's just a different way of, with the same pattern, but putting your own spin on it and making it your own, which is really, it's a lot of fun. So that is, do you have any questions about the watermelon? Hopefully I explained that well enough so that when you start doing your kitchen kits, or if you do this, that you'll be able to do that without any problems. All right, so now we're going to show you how to construct, once we've got our front ready, now it's time to put our flag together.
Okay.
All right, so you need 1/3 of a yard of fabric. You can actually do it in canvas. You could do it, this is kind of a linen type fabric. You can do a canvas, you can do just a regular cotton. You could even do this in felt and do it however you would like. But we have 2 pieces that are 12 by 14, I believe. I've done that so many times, I should have that memorized, right? 12 by 14. And then, so you'll need a front and you'll need a back. And I did, on mine, I did a full, the way that the pattern is written, it's a 4 by 9.5 for this top tab. Terrellee, did you use the same amount and you just cut it in half?
I did.
Okay, so you could, if you wanted the 2,
Yeah.
you could just put it on the 2, but I just did the 1. So you will finish, here's your 4.5, a 4.5 by 9.5. I finished the edges on both sides, rolling it over and finishing it on both ends, and I folded it over. So now I'm going to center this, and if I just kind of look,
Yeah,
I do
eyeball
it, eyeball it, but if you want to be really perfect, you can. I'm going to put right sides together, and I'm going to have Terrellee sew 1/4 of an inch on the top to close that together. And I've got, let's do, this was what's really fun, is because we can set up our machine with 1/4 inch, so then you can just use the edge of your presser foot. So we're going to use number 29. Okay, that moves our needle position over.
Okay.
And now you can just use the edge of your presser foot.
I've
And
never
then-
used this. Oh,
all
there we
right.
go. Okay.
And look at that. I love this machine because it has an automatic presser foot lifter, so then when she takes her foot off the pedal, the presser foot will move up, and then you can just move your fabric. It's called an auto pivoting feature. This machine also comes with the cute little table that's attached to it, so it helps with sewing. It has a speed control on here so if you get a little nervous, then you can look at that. She's a pro. All right, and I don't backstitch or anything. So once I've put those two pieces together, so then when you open it, and you'll turn
Voila.
then you will have your tab at the top. I would take this to I'm just gonna finger press for the sake of, we want to just show, just so that it's nice and flat. And then from here, you could actually top stitch the top if you wanted to, which would be really fun. You could bring in different colors. So there is that's how to do the tab on the top. Now we can do the band on the bottom, and I will show you how once we do that, we will take our other piece, our band bottom, and this piece is a 9 by 12. And I'm going to do right sides together. And then Terrellee, I'm going to have you take it to the machine, and you're going to sew all 3 layers. All 3 layers using 1/4 of an inch. Now you could do this on your serger as well.
You could. So I did mine totally different.
Did you?
I took this end and put it to the other, and then sewed
And
it.
okay.
I bet. Okay, here we go again. Oh, whoops. Okay.
So now we're sewing all 3 edges, and don't worry because we're going to flip it around and you're not going to have any raw edges. The only raw edges that you're going to have are on the sides, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can finish the edge. She's so careful. What's really fun about this is that I love being able to just do your own spin on the garden flag. All right, so once we've done that, then I'm going to take it to the back side, and I'll press this seam towards the band, and then on this I'll fold this edge, the raw edge over, and I'll do exactly the same way as I did the tab at the top on each side. So I'll do 1/4, and then I'll flip it over, and I'll finish. Then I'll take it to the sewn, and I'll line it up on that seam. And then I'll pin this in place. And then I can finish it however you can do a top stitch where Terrellee did a decorative stitch on her machine. That would be a lot of fun. You could do a zigzag. I think a zigzag stitch would be really fun too.
Sky's the limit on that.
Yeah, you could do it. You could use a twin needle because a lot of machines come with a twin needle. You could try out using a twin needle. Okay, so I'll take it to the iron and press that, and there we have our garden flag ready to go. Isn't that fun?
That is.
It was so easy and simple to put together. Now, one thing I wanted to show you is how we're going to finish this. You could take and do it, you could bind it. You could do, Terrellee just folded hers in and then top stitch it.
Yep.
On my sample, I used the serger. Or you could also, before we go to the serger, I want to show you this fun, you could actually do this pinking blade, which is a lot of fun. So it's a blade that you can change and use your 45 millimeter, and you can actually, I got to stand up for this because
And that's exactly the blade I used
yeah,
to
so
do mine.
It's really fun. So I'm going to use this, and this will actually put a fun edge. Isn't that fun? Oh, I was running into my pin. Don't run into pins. But look how cute that is to finish the edge of that.
Yeah, that's very
Isn't that
cute.
really cute? You could just leave it there, and you could actually sew it together if you wanted to do it that way as well.
Yep.
So I wanted to just kind of show you how fun it was to use the serger with this new, the wave stitch on the
I'm
serger.
excited to see
Yeah.
this.
So I already have this machine set up for a wave stitch. Now, this is kind of what the wave stitch looks like. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Kind of gives it a little, well, it looks like a wave. And this does take some practice to get the right, if you want it to, so that the thread looks really good. So I already have this set up, and I'm going to show you. I've got this set up too. And it goes really slow, but I wanted to show you how fun. You can play around with this a little bit if you want to, with your stitch width and your stitch length. But I don't know. Okay, I'm going to just stop there, but you can just keep going. But look how fun that is for an edge. We'll go really fast. I love doing this, the wave stitch. You can do so many fun things with this. All right, and there we have our cute wave stitch. Isn't that just really cute? It's such a fun thing that you can do with your serger. So, all right. Well, that was really fun.
That was.
So I love doing this, and I would love to see all of your ideas of different garden flags. So it's been so fun putting this together.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yep, this was a
I
fun
loved it.
project to do.
I've never done
really
a
was.
garden flag, and so now I'm excited. I'll have one to put in my
I know.
garden. Well, my not garden. I'll put it somewhere in my house.
Yes.
So there we are. Okay, now it's time for us to head back over to Kris.
Okay,
And we'll finish up for today.
sounds good to
Okay.
me.
A great project.
Isn't that fun?
It was.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely adorable.
Yeah.
And I can see it just done in so many different
Oh,
ways.
yes.
I love how you both had a few differences with each other.
We did.
And yet both of them turned out absolutely adorable.
Yes.
So, and thank you, Jackie, for showing us the wave stitch. I
wasn't that
love that
cool?
on the serger.
Oh, I love it too.
and
It's
and the
really
black
fun.
and white combo, that was just like
Perfect.
Yes.
the icing on the cake,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, very,
Very.
very cool.
It was really fun. I could have been here for hours, honestly, trying to go and show different ideas and stuff.
Yes.
Like my head was just going a
Right.
zillion miles an hour
Right.
trying to
Well,
find.
there's a lot of inspiration out there,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When you think about garden flags, Holy cow,
Man.
a ton of inspiration just by taking a look at different photos out there. And I think we've got some to show.
We do.
Let's
Even
take
when
a
you're
look.
when you're driving, since I've been doing this, I've noticed people's gardens.
Now they're
in
popping
their-
up all over the
Yes.
place, right?
And then they're everywhere.
Okay, so
it's
let's
really
take
fun.
a look right here. We've got a happy birthday garden flag.
Wouldn't
Well,
that
that
just be
seems
fun?
very fitting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are some fun inspiration
Hello,
ideas.
Summer. And these ones were obviously store-bought, right?
Yes, yes.
But then
you
there's
could,
handmade ones
you
too
could
that
do
are
handmade
so
ones.
cute.
I've seen them made with placemats.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yes, because it's the perfect
It is
size.
the perfect size.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that one's cute.
Oh, I love
I
that
love
one.
this one with the kids, and
Very fun.
I mean, you could just go. There's so many fun ideas that you could use.
Definitely.
Yep.
I love this one. Welcome to Grandma's Garden.
Aw,
Isn't
and
that
then she's
cute?
got her grandkids' names there.
so cute.
That's adorable.
Look how cute that welcome with the black gingham.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
really cute.
I
So
love that.
Hopefully that gave you some inspiration.
Yeah, that's
to
a
come
gr-
up and do some fun things for yourself.
Yeah.
That's a great discovery for sure.
It was.
And if you are interested in the pattern, they can find it now, right?
Yes, it is available.
So you can find it at our website at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. It's available for purchase there, as well as we have some great kids, Terrellee, that
do.
you've
We
been
have
working
to.
hard on.
Yes.
As not only has her and her team,
Yeah.
but she personally cut out all of the letters
That says hello
Holy
summer.
in the
smokes.
kit.
Yes.
So then
I
you
did.
don't even have to do it if you purchase
Nope.
the kit.
Okay, that's at
That's
a premium,
cool.
right?
Yes.
Because those letters are pre-cut for us?
They are
are.
pre-cut. All you have to do is
Ooh.
peel it away, iron them on, and there's even enough if you wanted to do your seeds.
Yeah.
They
There's
could do
enough of the
that?
black.
Okay.
They could be lazy like me and just
Nice.
iron those on.
Oh, I don't call it lazy. I call it efficiency.
Yes, yeah, okay, efficiency.
Absolutely,
Efficient.
no
Yes.
doubt about it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that is really fun.
Yeah.
I like the Goodbye Winter Garden flag. Yeah,
that's awesome.
that's true too.
I said there's some really fun.
So-
I would love to see your inspirations.
Oh, me too.
The ones that you have
Yes.
have made.
If
That would
you've
be a
made
lot
some
of fun.
garden flags, post them.
Yeah.
Let us take a look at them and everyone be inspired, right?
Yes.
Well, also,
Absolutely.
in your kit, we'll include the ribbon. We
That's
included
right.
the ribbon
We didn't
in
even
the
really
kit.
talk about the
No, we
ribbon, but the
didn't.
ribbon
Because that's a big
is
thing right
adorable.
now.
Uh-huh.
And that's a big
It
thing
is
right now.
very much
Yeah.
on trend.
Yeah.
All of those different ribbons. I've seen them
Yeah.
like hanging on doors, like front doors and things like
It's
that. I love that you guys added that to the garden flag. I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
perfect.
So
Wow.
you
Well,
will enjoy the kit, I'll
Thank
tell
you
you.
both so much. Definitely check that out on our website. We will also have it available tomorrow during our live sale.
Yes.
But sometimes you just never know if they're going to sell out
I know.
beforehand. So if you
Yeah,
want to
that's
make
true.
sure that you get it, you may just want to pick
Get
that
it
up right now, right?
There are some
Yep.
other tools that will be available tomorrow too.
Oh.
That go along with our garden flag.
Do we have the pinking blade?
Yes, we
Tell
do.
me we have the pinking blade.
We do have the pinking blade.
Okay, I
So-
think that's a must-have.
Yes.
Yes.
That one was
Yes,
really
yes,
fun
yes.
to use. So
Because
that-
we love our pinking scissors, but sometimes it's nice just to have a blade and a
And
ruler
boom.
that you just run
Yeah.
right along, right?
It was great.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's how I did mine, was with the little pinky.
Easy peasy.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we got this. That
So
was
fun.
really, really fun.
It was.
And yeah, Donna said, thanks for including the serger in projects for us newbies. And
love
we
it.
really do want to share, this is how you can do it without, but this is how you can do it
Oh,
with, right?
it just really makes it. It just makes it
Well,
beautiful.
It does.
I think when we talk about sergers, a lot of people think of sergers just as your basic overlock, right? That's how you finish seams. But there's so much more a serger can
Yes.
do.
Yes.
So we love to be able to highlight those
Yes.
kinds
And
of
this
things.
55th anniversary does include, it's a
Yeah.
4-thread serger, but it also includes the wave. So,
Yes.
some
Not all
not all
sergers do.
sergers have the wave
Yes.
stitch.
Yeah.
So, and it's really a lot of fun to play with
Definitely.
it. I mean, the settings you can find on
Yeah.
your thread guide that comes with your machine, and
Yeah.
it tells you exactly how to set it up.
I love
and you
that.
just have to do a little bit of tweaking
'Kay.
to get it the way you like it.
All right, that totally works.
Oh, wow.
All right. So if you are wondering how to do the wave stitch exactly, stay tuned for Serger Academy, because I've got a class coming up that I did an entire quilt. I pieced an entire quilt using the wave stitch
You're
Great.
brave.
on the
That's so fun.
outside.
Oh, well, I
It's
can't wait
so
to see
cute.
this.
It turned out kind
Wow.
of cute.
It's
So,
really cute.
Anyway, I made it as a table runner, but you can make it into a quilt. I mean, lots of things you can do with that wave
Yes,
stitch.
yes.
So
Kind of like
yeah,
gardening.
kind of
You
like
start
gardening.
small and you go big.
And
Yes,
yeah,
you do.
and then you try out a few
Yep.
different things here and
Yep.
there, right?
Find what works for you.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
great.
All right, friends. Well, we hope you've enjoyed today's show. We want to do a final call out for you. We need your suggestions or your input, I should say, on an upcoming segment we have coming up the first week of July. We've got some really fun last minute 4th of July ideas for you that we're going to share. But as part of theme number 1, we want to hear from you if you have a special hometown celebration that is very unique and different for the 4th of July. We would love to hear about it. So please email us, send that email to info at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com and tell us a little bit about what makes your hometown celebration a little quirky. I'm just saying, I'm watching them come in, and it's been so much fun. It's going to be hard to choose which ones to highlight, but if you've got pictures, even better, because we want to share that. And I don't know, it just kind of, I'm one of those people that I love to travel. I love to see the country. Wouldn't it be fun to do like a little hometown trip
yeah,
travel of
yeah.
like some of these kind of small town
Yeah.
quirky ideas that people do? I love it. I think there's nothing so charming as a hometown 4th of July celebration.
That's true.
It's going to
I
be
agree.
cute.
Yeah, it
so
will.
definitely share that with us at info at My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. And you never know, you just might be highlighted.
That's
So,
right.
That will be fun.
all right,
Yes.
friends. Well, if you enjoyed today's show, we would be so grateful if you would share it. This is one of our, just one way of being able to share a message of just something a little different maybe out there. And we would be grateful if you did that to your friends and shared there's a little button underneath the video. You just click share, really easy to do. We would be incredibly grateful. You can like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you never miss out on new videos that are being posted all the time. So we're keeping this film team very busy, are we not?
Yes,
So,
yes.
and as we end today, this afternoon, whatever time it is, I just want to give a special shout out to the people behind the scenes here, because they have worked so incredibly hard to bring this brand new 3-at-3 format to all of you. And I think they've done a phenomenal job.
Yes,
And
they have.
they've had to do a lot of tweaks and a lot of things of trying to figure out some stuff. And
But they've done it.
They've done it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great.
This week's been really good as far as those kind of issues that we were, trying to resolve earlier. So thank you so much. All right, friends, I think that is all for today. Thanks for being with us. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Yes.
It was really fun.
And
Hope you learned something.
absolutely hope to see you again real soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye, everyone.
care.
Bye.